first of the year is right around the corner, and on January 6th, we will be having our monthly Remnant Meeting. On the first Saturday of every month is when we meet at 4 p.m. in Centerview, Missouri, at 401 South Walnut in Centerview, Missouri at the old school. Now, what I will say about this particular meeting is it's a special one for a couple different reasons. We will be feeding the community again. That's a very important aspect of standing up for the things of Jesus Christ, is taking care of the least of these, feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, taking care of the widows, orphans, visiting the prisoners and the sick. But last time what we talked about is that part of really being a disciple of Jesus Christ is doing things. It's not just sitting there learning about stuff. It's actually physically doing things. And what we saw is one of the very first things the first church did was they began to heal people. And we're then calling on the Holy Spirit to heal people. This isn't something that we should pretend doesn't exist because we don't see it necessarily in the modern church in America, because we should be seeing it everywhere in the church, but we're not. And it's because of the denial of the power of Jesus Christ. It's denying the power of the Spirit. It's denying that, it's hesitating like, well, maybe it will work, maybe it won't. Of course it'll work. So everything that Jesus did as he went to and fro throughout the earth as a human, performing miracles for people, relied on the faith of the person receiving that miracle. And so we're calling on that to heal people. So if you have need of healing, I'm going to highly recommend you come on January 6th to the next Remnant Meeting in Centerview, Missouri at 4 p.m. We're going to eat, then we're going to have a meeting, and we're just going to continue to see what it is that we should be doing as the church, because it's kind of those basic first steps. We've for years been calling out on God to show us the way each step at a time. And the first thing he said was meet. The next thing he said was start feeding people. The next thing he said was start taking care of the prisoners. The next thing he said was start healing people. This falls in line exactly with what the book of Acts says they should be doing. Not what the modern church is doing, but what the church, the actual church of Jesus Christ, that first church in the book of Acts, is doing. So come and join us. It's at 401 South Walnut in Centerview, Missouri at 4 o'clock on January 6th. We always will record. I used to go live, but it's something about going live. It ends up just turning into a sermon and not a meeting. So we're just going to film it all, and then we'll post it on Sunday if you can't be there. What I will ask if you can't be there is at around 5 p.m. Central Time, if you would just be praying for the healing that's taking place in that place with the remnant. So there you go. Any thoughts or insight, put it below. If you think you're going to be there, definitely let me know as well. But if you just show up, that's cool. January 6th, the monthly Remnant Meeting. And again, if you can't make this one, try to make one, because it's also about knowing people. So there you go, January 6th.